Hello again. So we have reached exercise 17, and before doing exercise 17, I advise you to solve exercise 18 because it's easier. And as for the exercise 17, so we need to find the number of occurrence of a string into one another. So we need to read two strings, and we need to display the number of occurrence of S1 and S2. So the first string is text string, and the second string, and the number of times S1 appears in S2. So let's take an example. Suppose I have S1, so the smallest string is equal to A, and B. So I need to find A, B into the second string. And let's suppose that the second string is composed of the following: D, A, B, B, D, C, E, and A. So this is it. So obviously I have this string. It appears just one time here. It's here. However, it can appear multiple times in other strings. So how can we do that? So obviously I need to loop over the original string. So I will have a loop and a counter for that. So let's call it I. And of course I need to use a counter for j because I need to compare characters by character. So obviously a is not equal to c. I will do nothing with the counter j because it will still at the first position because I need to compare and find a. I'll just increment I. Now d, I will compare d with a. So obviously d is not equal to a, and I will reach a. So for now I have a equal to a. So potentially I could find this, but I don't know. I need to continue the comparing. So whenever I found the equal numbers, so I need to increment j and to compare the second element here. So a and a are equal. Okay, I will continue. However, now a and b are not equal, so I need to stop. So I say, okay, I couldn't find this string in the first one, so I need to continue. So from where I should repeat. Should I continue from B, from A, or from other part? So we will see that if I want to relaunch this part, I should do it from here, from the second element. So let's continue a bit and see what will happen. So suppose now I'm here, A, and J is equal to 0. So I compare A and A, so they are equal. I would move a little bit. So let me erase those because we will not need it now. So I am here, so the j is equal to here, so a is equal to a. It's very good. I will increment I and j. Again, a is equal to a. I will increment I and I will increment j, and I will move. So a is equal to a. It's very good. I will increment j and increment I. Now this is not correct, so obviously I need to drop this sequence, and I will start again from j. However, here if I start from here, I will miss the sequence. If I start from here again, I will miss the sequence. So what I should do is that whenever I started the comparison from this position, and if it fails, it means that I need to start from the second position that comes after the position that I'm in. So if we are using I, and whenever we find an index that is equal, I need to compare using another index, and if it's correct, it will be great. If it's not, I need to relaunch from the position I plus 1 in order maybe I will find the sequence. And in case I found, for example, here the sequence, it means that very good, I have found it, so there is no need to relaunch from here. I need directly to start from the ending of this position. So this question is not very easy, so we need to review it and take many examples. So we will have a counter I for the string, a counter j, another counter whenever we try to compare, we find the beginning of the string that we want to search, and whenever if we don't find it, we will start from I plus 1, and if we find it, we will start from k plus 1. So let's start. So this is the old exercise. This is the exercise 18. So here in exercise 17, we need two strings. So let's say we have S1 and S2 of size, and we need a counter I, a counter j, and a counter k, and the number, because we need to count the number of occurrence of the string. So I will enter a first string, which is S1. I will enter a second string, which is S2, and I will remove all this. A second string, and we have read two strings. Now we need to work. So obviously I will do a while loop or for loop. However, as you can see here, whenever I'm looping over I, it's not always that I will be incrementing I, because sometimes I will stop I a bit and work with another counter. So for that, I will use a while loop, not for a loop. So and b equal to 0 because number of occurrence equal to 0, and as long as s1 is so I'm finding s1 and s2. So while s2 of I different than 0, so this is the string s2, so as long as it's not backslash 0, so I need to loop over the first string. So obviously I will always start from 0. So as long as here I will use the trick. So as long as s1 of j++ is equal, so as I have told you, I need to use another counter because I cannot use I. So here always I will launch it from I. And again, so here I cannot, for example, s1 of j could reach backslash 0 and s2 of k could reach backslash 0, so I need to pay attention to that. So as long as s2 of k different than backslash 0 and s1 of j different than backslash 0 in order not to get out of bound. So I'll just increment, I'll just continue. So as long as we have that, I will continue. And whenever I'm out, so either I have found the backslash 0 here, or there's something that is not equal, so I need to do the different stuff. So if s1 of k is equal to backslash 0, it means that I have found the string s2. So here is s2 is s1, so s1 is equal to backslash 0, so I have found s1 and s2, so I will print s1 found in s2, and I know the position because its position is I. And in both cases, so I found a sequence, so I will increment the nb++, and as you can see here, if I have found this one, so I is here, the index of I is here, and then I need to push I till here. So in I would place I plus k, I plus j, because j is the counter where we have finished, so it's the number of elements in the first string. So this is where we have found the element. Otherwise, so if s2 of k different than backslash 0, so if there is always element in the second string, so I will increment the counter of the second string. So it's not an easy exercise, so let me repeat quickly. So we have to loop over the s2, so however we will not always do I++, depends on situations. So sometimes we'll do I++, and sometimes we'll increment more than one cell. So for that, we will, as you have seen, we need to compare two strings. So we'll use the counter j that will start always from 0, and whenever I found, for example, two elements that are equal, I need to start with another index, which is k, which will start from I. And as long as we have those elements are equal, I will increment j and I will increment k whenever this condition becomes false. So either two elements are not equal, or I have finished s2 of k. So in this conditions, in this case, so if s1, here we have j, it's not k because you have s2. So if s1 of j is equal to backslash 0, it means that I have found s1 and s2, and the position that starts is equal to I. And of course, I would increment the number of occurrence of this string in s2. And again, here the part is that if I'm here, I need to jump till the next part if I found it. If I didn't found it, it means that I just need to increment I. So and I just need to pay attention that whenever I'm doing this, I'm jumping sometimes, so that I don't jump sometimes. If I found, for example, the last string here, it's equal, so I jump out of bounds. So I just make sure to not be out of bound of the array. So at the end, I need to just print the number of occurrence. So number of occurrence is equal, so percentage t backslash n, and it's equal to nb. And let's run and see an example. So let's enter, let's say ABC, and then we will enter something like that. So we have found ABC. So one's at the position 4 and the second one at position 10, and the problem is that we never reached this part. So there's a problem here, and if it works also for this sequence, I will show you that it will not work also for a second sequence. So let's run. I will consider the sequence AAB. So I will start with AA and then anything else. So obviously here I have found it 6 times. However, there is no 6 times because he considered this one's sequence 2, 3, 4, and 5, and I don't know where he got the 6. So I will show you why it doesn't work here. So for example here, he found A is equal to A is equal to A, however B is different than D, so the condition was wrong here. However, if it's wrong, he incremented J and incremented K. So when he incremented J, so the first string finishes, so he found that the first string appears in the second string. So this is the first correction that we need to do. So let me correct these so we can increment directly into the condition. So we'll do it in the while loop. So if the S1 is equal to S2, I will increment J and I will increment K. And also we need to find a solution for the infinite loop. So why we have infinite loop? Because we are sometimes checking the K here. So suppose that we finished the string S1 and we are still looping. It means that there's some elements in S1 and there's some element in S2, so neither S2 is equal to backslash 0 or S1 is equal to backslash 0, and so we obviously will not find that, and S2 of K is not equal to backslash 0. So here's the problem. So whenever we found that, we need to recheck. So if S2 is equal to backslash 0, so if it means that I have finished the string S2, I mean I need to break the loop and get out of the loop. So let's rerun and check. So again, so there's something that they don't like it here. So on line 26, there's a semicolon. So let's run. So let us take the same difficult example. So AAB, I will start with just AA and then anything else and then multiple AB. So this is the first occurrence, this is the second occurrence, and this is the third, and this is not one. So yes, now it's correct. So I have found the 3 occurrence because we have solved this little glitch here, and we have the number of occurrence because we have reached to get out of the loop. And this is the solution. It's not an easy exercise, so you need to repeat it and take multiple examples in order to grasp all the idea. And again, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to write to me and I will try to explain more. And thanks for watching.